So today's noir is a very much a B film from RKO. It's 1950s, The Tattooed Stranger. If you really want to see the difference between like an A picture that's also a noir and a B picture, um, compare and contrast In a Lonely Place and The Tattooed Stranger and see what a budget will do for you. That's not to poo-poo The Tattooed Stranger. It's an interesting film. Um, it's a little clunky, and that's mostly because it's trying to be really authentic and uses a lot of police procedural uh, like actions and forensics. However, it's not like Law and Order, that really perfected police procedural and forensics and SVU and some of those um, CSI and those ones that really make that like day to day stuff really interesting. It's because it's not really that interesting, and this film shows that. Um, it stars John Miles and Walter Kinsella as partners who are tracking down the killer of a woman. The woman was found dead in a park by a dog and the man walking the dog. The only clue that they have, or the main clue that they have, is the tattoo that she has on her arm. She is indeed the tattooed stranger. They also find some weird sand particles and some grass. And so they have three ways of tracking her down. One, they have to figure out what tattoo artist did that tattoo, and does that tattoo artist remember the tattoo, and do they know what that tattoo means? Two, what is this sand? Where would they find this sand? Could the sand possibly have to do with the killer? Three, same goes with the grass. They use all of those things to track down where this person, who the murderer is, and why they did it. And they do this all in 65 minutes. So, or maybe it's 75 minutes. 65 minutes. So if you got an hour, you can get it. This is like basically an episode of Law and Order, except without the law part. Maybe without the order part. Which one's the law? Which one's the order? Do you remember the meme with the raptor? That's what I'm picturing in my head right now. Philosophy Raptor, or whatever his name was. This is just a cop. Like, it just feels like a episode of cop television where they use cop techniques to solve a crime. It is interesting the various things that they do, including going to a botanist specialist and looking through millions of files of plant specimens, deducing that she probably was a waitress or some other wheat staff type thing because of the way the balls of her feet are. Like, a bunch of stuff that's, I think if you're a fan of that, of the procedural elements of solving a crime, you will like this film. I don't know that it quite is gloomy enough for noir, especially because the detective and the botanist like fall in love. So I don't, and you barely get the killer at the end. There is a sequence at the beginning of the film, or partway through the film, 10, 15 minutes into the film, that's moody and dark and takes place in a, it has like a chase in a morgue that's kind of noir-esque, and the score by Alan Schulman is very noir. Like, if you put that score away, you have a very bland police procedural. The score makes it feel more noir than it actually is. But I recommend this. You can get it. There's my head. You can get it on DVD from. There we go. You can get it on DVD from the from Warner Archives collection, and it's RKO, and you can rent it. I rented my copy. But it's a good hour. It didn't feel wasted. What was I gonna say? Oh, this was John Miles' last film, but he was the young guy. Did he die? No. Why did he stop acting? I don't know. Doesn't say. Also, it was shot on location. I wonder why he stopped acting. Someone look this up for me. Why did John Miles stop acting? Maybe he didn't like it. This was all shot on location in New York, so it's got that going for it as well. Except the locations in New York where it was shot are kind of the locations in New York that you don't expect a noir film to be shot in. So it's got that going for it in terms of curiosity. So this is Edward Montagne's The Tattooed Stranger from 1950. You can get it from Warner Archive Collection, and it's a pretty good 65 minutes.